Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the ADX, Average Directional Index. But before we do, if you have not watched my first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that right now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team, and as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down in the description below. You can also find a link to our Discord server, so that way we can all discuss testing indicators and building our trading system. And lastly, you can find a link below to TradingView. If you sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money using the link below. Okay, now that that is all out of the way, let's get into testing the indicator today. So, another thing that you will often run into while testing indicators is that depending on the platform you are using, and even within that platform, you will find different versions of the same indicator. So, the ADX, as an example, has two different, let me find it here. The built-in from TradingView is just a single line, kind of looks like an oscillator, more or less. This is not the traditional ADX that was developed by Wilder. Wilder is the creator of the ADX, and so if you want more information on the ADX itself and the mathematical formulas behind it and why it was developed and all that great stuff, just Google search it and you will find tons and tons of information on it. So I'm actually not going to use that version. What I'm going to use is a version here that was actually created by a TradingView user. So one thing that I love about TradingView is that most people will, if they cannot find the indicator that they're looking for, or if the TradingView platform has a different version than some of the other ones, the users will go in and they will actually code out the indicator themselves, make it available for everybody to use. So in this instance, one of the TradingView users has done that for us. This is the ADX as developed by Wilder. So we have a few things going on here, and I won't go into too much detail about it because, again, if you want to know the ins and outs of the ADX, just look it up and you can read until your heart is content. But we basically have a plus line, a minus line that is indicated by the red and the green lines here, and then we have the signal line in black here. Very basic version of how Wilder explained this indicator should be used is the black line above the 20 indicates a strength in the trend. So that's our first signal that we're looking for, is that the black line needs to be above the 20 marker to indicate that there is strength in the movement. Then the signal to go short or go long is created by the red line, green line. So basically, when the red is on top of the green and the black is above the 20, we should be going short. When the green is above the red, and it doesn't matter whether the green and red is below or above the 20, that's, as far as I know, no significance there. But when the green line is above the red line and the black line signal line is above the 20, that is a signal to go long. So, without further ado, we will get into testing the ADX. As usual, I have randomly selected a pair. It is the CAD Chief. I am going to scroll back here to, let's do 2018, right about there. The take profit designated by the ATR. Again, if you have not watched my videos, you will probably be confused by what I am talking about, but the take profit designated by the ATR is 50 pips. And that means the stop loss also designated by the ATR is 75. Okay, so we have that. Let's start our replay function. Once again, one of the reasons why I love TradingView is the replay function. It makes backtesting super simple. So we are back on the beginning of the year 2018. We have everything set up here. We are going to start replaying and see what we can get. When I start the replay function for the year, I start it as a clean slate. Unless there is a signal on that exact day, which will actually be a day or two ahead, right here, then I just start from there. I don't start within a trade and count that at all. So let's start the process. Again, first thing is first, we are looking for this black line to cross above the 20. Once we do that, we are looking whether the red line or the green line, which one is on top of each other, and that is our signal whether we should be long or we should be short. So we have a cross of the 20 line here, and the green line is on top. Let me bump up these colors on these a little bit more, just so that way we can see them a little bit better. There we go. There we go. So we got the cross here. We have a green line above there. We should go long here. Technically speaking, we would go long on the next candle. We should always wait for the close of the signal candle. So see here, we follow it down. The black line is below. It crosses above here. This candle would close. Then we would enter on this candle. Play it forward and ouch. That is painful there. Let's see. Oh, darn it. Looks really close. Let's see. The open is 78.64 and the high is 79.11, and we barely missed our profit target. As usual, I will be marking the wins and the losses with green and red lines. And we are back at it. So here's another questionable thing about the ADX. So as long as our black line is still above the 20, if we get a cross of the green line, red line, then in theory, we should be able to take a trade. This one right, see, that would have been a cross there. This would have been our next candle. You know, I just, you know, let's say we took it just for the sake of it. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Why not? So what I'm looking at is right here. It looks like the signal line is right on the 20. I mean, honestly, I don't know how comfortable I would have been saying that that was above. Looks like it's right on it. And in my book, that would be a no. But we'll go ahead. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. See what happens. All right, moving forward. Again, we're just running through 1 year. We got a signal here. This is the cross. This is our signal candle, or entry candle, I should say. Entry there. We went short. See what we got out of that. And we got 50 pips. We got it. Another winner. And moving forward, let's see what we get. And plugging along, plugging along, plugging along. Oop. We have a cross, green to, sorry, red to green here, but our signal is under the 20. So no trade for us. Just wait. Boom. There is the cross. This would be our entry candle. Now let's see what it does. Looks like we might have gotten our 50 out of it. Yep, 50 pips. Moving on. We had a cross right here from green to red. Our signal line is still above, so that would be a valid entry signal to go short. Let's see what happens. Right there, this would have been the entry candle. Did that stop us out? Oh, that is darn close. So 77.38 is the open of that candle. So what I'm doing here is whenever I get use my little ruler tool, but sometimes it is so close that I actually just do the calculation here instead of using the ruler tool. So the open of our entry candle would have been 77.38. That means our stop would have been at 78.13, and sure enough, we would have gotten stopped out right there. That's what I thought. Moving on. Oh boy, it is hovering right there, but it looks like it crossed above here. And we are red above, so that would be a short signal. And let's see what it does. think that would have been a loss. Let's see. This would have been our entry candle here. Open up to there. 86. That would have been another loss. We are plugging along nicely, getting a few crosses of the green and red, but our signal line is below the 20, indicating a weak trend. Alright, there's a cross above there. This would have been our entry candle right here. Let's see what happens. Ouch. Double check this. So, cross there, entry candle here. Entry candle. It's going to be close. Let's see. Open is 74. The low of the candle hit 15. So yeah, that would have barely given us our 50 pips to take profit and stopped us out, break even on the way up. Alright, did we get anything here? No, looks like it's hugging each other. Signal line went below. We are plugging along. Oop, there is a jump right there. Has us on the green. So signal candle, entry candle here for a green. Let's see what happens. It's not looking too good there. That would have been a loss. Now, do want to look at, looks like it gave us another signal. Yep, sure enough. So we would have taken this one for a long, then right after it flipped for a short signal right there. Looks like we would have taken the short on this one. Does not look like we got it. 75.90 is the open of this candle. The low of this candle is 75.52. So no, we did not get that. It looks like it took off. Yep, that's what I thought. Turned right around and gave us a stop right there. And then it flipped again right here in this one, giving us a long signal. It looks like it turned around and went almost immediately back down for a stop. So let's see. This one here would be our signal. Our entry would be on this one. The open was 76.58. And the low, looks like the lowest one here yeah, I mean, by like 1 pip, it stopped us out. And then the signal line went below. We're moving into December. But we got a short signal here as it crossed. This would have been our entry. That definitely was a loss. And that puts us at the end of the year right there. All right, let's see what. It's not looking too good on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is the number of trades. We need to have at least 7 wins to meet the 60% win-loss ratio. As you can see, we only have 4. That is not very good, guys. That is 30 and some change percent. So yeah, not good at all. This is a shame. Yeah, my final verdict on the ADX is obviously trading it the way that Wilder anticipated it being traded. It just doesn't quite work. Kind of like the RSI, it's giving these really weird signals kind of sporadically. It doesn't seem to be catching the trends. I mean, again, I've said this before on my RSI video, so I'm not going to go too far into this. We should be catching trends. We should be catching these trends. You know, if, again, not every single time using your system will you catch these trends, but more often than not, way more often than not, you should be catching these trends. And more often than that, it's not that we don't catch these trends. More often is that we will get into this trend, we will take our profit target, it will come back down, it'll stop us out at break even, just to take off and run in that direction again without us. So I find with my personal trading system, again, it's catching these trends, it's catching them, catching them. Almost every single time it's catching them. And when I say it, you know, you won't be a part of every single one. Again, just like I said, it's not that it's not catching it, it's that we will take our first profit, get stopped out, break even, then it just takes off without us again. We kind of just sit on the sidelines, you know, sitting on our hands. So now another thing about this that I also explained in the RSI is it's not giving a whole lot of signals. It's not too bad, so I won't say too much about that. But we definitely need, and I'm sure people are going to ask, I would say you need close to, I mean, realistically around 15 to 20 signals in a year across multiple pairs will give you enough trading opportunity to be able to make a reasonable return on investment in a 1 year's time. So again, that's not set in stone. but that's what I find. Somewhere in that area, around 15 to 20 signals is kind of what we're looking for. Again, not set in stone, but just kind of in that area. So back down to the ADX here. I think there might be something as far as filtering out the choppiness. All right, guys, I'm going to throw it over to you. Let you guys play with it. I might tinker with it at some point myself to see what I can come up with, something a little bit different. But at the moment, trading it the way it's supposed to be traded, this is a big negative. It is not going to work for our system, so I'm going to put it on the list of no's for now, unless someone can show me a way to trade it that's going to do better. So, with that being said, if you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.